And what was your ownership share diluted down to?
0.03%.
Wow! They screwed him over so bad. Hey everybody, it's James. How you doing today? And welcome back to the channel. Today we have a Patreon poll pick, and the genre for the poll was films released between 2010 and 2020. And their pick was The Social Network. Now, I am a bit of an IT geeky guy. I know a lot about computers, and I am an analyst in real life when I'm not doing YouTube. So I know about databases and all that stuff. So I hear network, I hear that. But then I hear social network, and I know nothing about like TikTok or Instagram, or I don't know anything about those. So I'm a little scared I'm not gonna have a clue what's going on with this. Or it could be a psychology movie and I will absolutely know nothing about it as well. So we're just gonna wait and find out. If you don't know who I am, where have you been? My name is James. I am an ex-Iowa farmer who grew up in the middle of absolute nowhere and only had 3 channels on my TV. So we didn't watch it. We watched Wheel of Fortune, the news, and that was about it. And I became a bookworm, and I'm still a bookworm to this day. I read about 40 to 50 books a year. And my oldest children who are not bookworms convinced me to start watching awesome US movies. And we've been going strong for 4+ years. And join us. There's lots of content free to you to check out. Anyways, let's get into it and let's watch The Social Network. My wife advised me that I needed to show everybody my shirt. She thought you would all appreciate that. That I'm one of my wife's decisions. That's why I thought it was funny.
Did you know there are more people with genius IQs living in China than there are people of any kind living in the United States?
That can't possibly be true.
It is.
What would account for that?
Well, first, an awful lot of people live in China, but...
Well, that's true. The guy is from Zombieland.
Is it true that they send a bus around to pick up girls who want to party with the next Fed chairman?
So you can see why it's so important to get in.
What are these clubs?
He made $300,000 in the summer.
He likes meteorology.
You said it was oil futures.
You can read the weather, you can predict the price of heating oil. I think you asked me...
Oh, interesting.
You're obsessed with finals clubs. You have finals clubs OCD and you need to see someone about it who will prescribe you some sort of medication. You don't care if the side effects may include blindness.
Final clubs, not finals clubs.
Oh my gosh. This guy's a bit exhausting.
If I get in, I will be taking you to the events and the gatherings, and you'll be meeting a lot of people you wouldn't normally get to meet.
Oh.
You would do that for me?
We're dating.
You're dating?
Settle down.
What is it supposed to mean?
Erica, the reason we're able to sit here and drink right now is because you used to sleep with the door guy.
The door guy is a friend of mine, and he's a perfectly good class of people. I'm going back to my door.
Wait, is this real?
Yes.
Okay, then wait, I apologize, okay?
Oh no, it's too late for that.
You don't have to study.
Why do you keep saying I don't have to study?
Because you go to BU.
Because she goes to Boston University?
I am sorry you are not sufficiently impressed with my education. You're gonna go through life thinking that girls don't like you because you're a nerd. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that that won't be true. It'll be because you're an asshole.
Oh! Wow. Blunt. I like it. So we're dealing with a very smart person who is socially awkward. And that is true about a lot of the class of people that are this smart. Justin Timberlake? Is that what that said? What? Based on a book, The Accidental Billionaires. Ah, look at the little bio. Ooh, what kind of script are we writing?
Billy Olson's sitting here and had the idea of putting some of the pictures next to pictures of farm animals and have people vote on who's hotter. The first thing we're going to need is a lot of pictures. Unfortunately, Harvard doesn't keep a public centralized Facebook, so I'm going to have to get all the images.
Facebook.
They keep everything open and allow indexes in their Apache configuration, so a little wget magic is all that's necessary to download the entire Kirkland.
There you go, easy peasy.
Not only is there no public directory, but there's no directory at all. You have to do searches, and if your search returns more than 20 matches, nothing gets returned. And once you do get results, they don't link directly to the images, they link to a PHP that redirects or something.
Weird.
It's slightly obnoxious that they only let you view one picture at a time, and there's no way I'm gonna go to 500 pages to download pics one at a time, so it's definitely necessary to break out Emacs and modify that Perl script.
Oh my gosh, Emacs and Perl.
Perfect timing. Eduardo's here, and he's going to have the...
This is the guy from Hacksaw Ridge.
I need the algorithm. I need the algorithm.
At any given time, girl A has a rating RA and girl B has a rating R.
Oh, we got smart kids.
Right? Works. Who should we send it to first?
Dwyer.
Neil.
The question is...
Facemash.com. People are using it.
That's my roommate.
Oh.
This is pathetic.
Right.
Maybe we should have used photos from other colleges?
Awful lot of traffic. I think maybe we shouldn't shut it down before we get into...
Look at all the Harvard EDUs.
Wait, what? 4 in the morning?
Well, there's a very unusual amount of traffic to the switch at Kirkland.
Oh.
It's unusual for 4 in the morning?
No, this would be unusual for halftime at the Super Bowl.
He didn't offload the server? He's using his own computer as the server. And the switch can't handle the traffic.
You don't think?
I do.
Come see this, everybody.
Just killed the switch.
So you were called in front of the ad board.
That's not what happened. Back at the bar with Erica Albright, she said all that.
Mark.
That I said that stuff to her.
We're dealing with lawyers.
The site got 2,200 hits within 2 hours.
1,000.
It was a good idea. It's a crappy thing to do, but it's a good idea.
How much activity was there on this thing? 22,000 page requests. 22,000? Cam, this guy hacked Facebook has 7 houses. He set up the whole website in one night. He did it while he was drunk.
And he was
blogging simultaneously.
He was blogging about it the whole time?
This is our guy.
What guy?
Mr. Zuckerberg, this is an administrative...
This is Mark Zuckerberg, and the creation of Facebook is what this movie is.
As for any charges stemming from the breach of security, I believe I deserve some recognition from this board.
Recognition?
I believe I pointed out some pretty gaping holes in your system.
Oh.
Of sophistication that led us to you in less than 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yes, sir.
That would be impressive, except if you had known what you were looking for, you would have seen it written on my dorm room window.
He's smug.
I tried to stop you.
I know.
How do you do this thing where you manage to get all girls to hate us? Why do I let you?
Oh, on the entire campus. This is why you should have gotten faces from a different campus.
Cameron Winklevoss.
Hi.
Tyler Winklevoss.
You guys related?
It's good. Funny. Never heard that before.
So what can I do for you? Did I insult your girlfriends?
No, you didn't. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, we never asked. Maybe we should.
Yeah, they never asked.
We have something that we've been working on for a while, and we think it's great. It's called the Harvard Connection. You create your own page, interest, bio, friends, pics, and then people can go online, see your bio, request.
Yeah, how is that different from MySpace or Friendster?
Main difference between what we're talking about and MySpace or Friendster or any of those other social networking sites
Is exclusivity.
Got it.
We'd like to work with you.
Our first programmer graduated and went to work for Google. Our second programmer just got overwhelmed with schoolwork. We would need you to build the site, write the code, and we'll provide.
Okay, what did the first programmer do?
I'm currently in the middle of 2 different lawsuits.
Did you answer affirmatively when Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss and Divya Narendra asked you to
Okay.
build Harvard Connection? Did you say yes?
I said I'd help.
When did you approach Mr. Savrin with the idea for the Facebook?
At a party at Alpha Epsilon Pi, the Jewish fraternity. It was Caribbean night.
He remembers.
You said you'd come up with something.
Yeah, I think I've come up with something. Come outside.
It's 20 degrees outside.
I can't stare at that loop of Niagara Falls, which has absolutely nothing to do with the Caribbean.
Yep.
People want to go on the internet and check out their friends, so why not build a website that offers that? Friends, pictures, profiles, whatever you can. I'm not talking about a dating site. I'm talking about taking the entire social experience of college and putting it online.
This is the creation of Facebook.
It was a big project. and he was going to have to write tens of thousands of lines of code. So I wondered why he was coming to me and not his roommates, Dustin Moskovitz and Chris Hughes. They were programmers.
We're gonna need a little startup cash to rent the servers and get it.
Money.
70 for me, 30 for you for putting up the $1,000 and for handling everything on the business end.
Did he add anything else?
Yes.
It probably was a diversity thing, but so what?
Why do you think he said that?
Gretchen, excuse me for interrupting, but whose discovery is this?
Sai, if you'll let me continue with my line of
They're
questioning.
suggesting I was jealous of Eduardo for getting punched by the Phoenix and began a plan to screw him out of a company I hadn't even invented yet. I know you've done your homework, and so you know that money isn't a big part of my life, but at the moment I could buy Mount Auburn Street, take the Phoenix Club, and turn it into my ping pong room.
Yeah. How far along in the Facebook journey is the lawsuit versus the start of the actual site?
Were you aware that while Mr. Zuckerberg was building the Facebook, he was also communicating with the plaintiffs?
Not at the time, I wasn't. It really didn't have much to do with the Winklevoss's dating site.
How would you know? You weren't even there.
Lawsuits!
This week has been pretty busy thus far with classes and work, so I think it's probably best to postpone.
Code.
I'm also really busy tomorrow. Okay, anybody else feel like there's something up with this guy?
We do have to make sure that we meet up before we all go off for break.
He should have just said, forget it. I don't have time for it. Oh. This is very interesting so far. Like little waxy, I love that.
Hey, guess what? I made the second cut.
Nice, good for you.
You should be proud of that right there. Don't worry if you don't make it any further.
Be supportive, Mark.
I have a CS problem set that I'm just getting started with, and it should be about 15 hours of coding, so I'll be busy tomorrow night.
I won't really be free to meet until next Wednesday afternoon.
I have to cancel Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, he's stringing them along.
But on January 11th, 2004, Mr. Zuckerberg registered the domain name to Facebook via
Network Solutions. $34.
There is
He's
a
so
girl
tired.
in your art history class. Her name is Stephanie Addis. Do you happen to know if she has a boyfriend?
People don't walk around with a sign on them that says them.
Mark?
Nope. Okay.
But you're right. Relationship status. Interested in.
There you go.
So when's it going live? Right now.
Wow, it's live.
Because you got emails for everybody at the Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be cool of them that I spammed their
This is
email.
not spam.
No, I know it's not spam.
If we send it to our friends, it's just gonna bounce around working.
I haven't gotten in yet.
These guys know people, and I need their emails.
Sure, good.
Wow, he gave in easily.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Hey, what is wrong?
Oh, jeez.
It's fine.
He's upset. Oh my gosh. Look at this pool.
Hey! I just wanted to let you know that Zuckerberg stole our website. It's been live for more than 36 hours.
Facebook. The Facebook is an online directory that connects people through different social networks. You must have a harvard.edu address.
That's exactly what they said.
He gave himself a 42-day head start because he knows what apparently you don't, which is that getting there first is everything.
I'm a competitive racer, Div. I don't think
Oh,
understand
yeah.
the importance of getting there first.
I want to hire the Sopranos to beat the shit out of him with a hammer.
We don't even have to do that. That's right. We can do that ourselves. I'm 6'5", 220, and there's two of me.
I'm with this guy.
Whatever.
And there's two of me.
We're not starting a knife fight in the Crimson, and we're not suing anybody.
Say it, why not?
Because we're gentlemen of Harvard. This is Harvard, where you don't plant stories and you don't sue people.
You thought he was going to be the only one who thought that was stupid?
During
I went to my friend for the money because that's who I wanted to be partners with. Eduardo was the president of the Harvard Investors Association, and he was also my best friend.
Your best friend is suing you for $600 million.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Tell me more.
Brought that magazine up and he showed it to me and he said, look, it's gonna happen without us.
Is that Bill Gates?
Is that Mark Zuckerberg?
They could save me 1K.
He made the Facebook.
I'd pay him $20.
Uh-huh.
It's both of
I
ours.
haven't had to pay that bet off.
Yes.
Cool. I'm Christy Lee. This is Alice. Maybe we can all go out and grab a drink.
TRS-80.
Certainly.
How is he gonna find her?
She said, Facebook me, and we can all go for a drink later, which is stunningly great for two reasons. One, she said, Facebook me, right? And then the other is,
I want to have drinks later.
Yes, have you ever heard so many different good things packed into one rig?
Oh, so many good things.
How you doing?
You know, I could swear he was looking at you when he said the next Bill Gates could be right in this room.
I doubt it.
And I showed up late. I don't even know who the speaker was.
It was Bill Gates.
Right.
That makes sense.
You didn't get that from what he was talking about?
You moron. Medically stupid. You can't tell Bill Gates is in front of you for an hour.
Exactly. How do you not notice that?
It's time for the website to start generating revenue.
No, I know what the word means. How do you want to do it?
Advertising.
No.
We got 4,000 members.
Because the Facebook is cool, and if we start installing pop-ups for Mountain Dew, it's not gonna...
Yeah.
We don't know what it is. We don't know what it can be. We don't know what it will be. We know that it is cool.
It's all about selling your data, selling people's data.
This.
It's called a cease and desist letter. What were their names?
Oh.
The girls.
When did you get this?
About 10 days ago, right after we launched the site.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, the girls, what were their
They're
names?
saying the Winklevoss twins are saying that you stole their idea.
Yeah.
The letter says we could face legal action.
No, it says I could face legal action.
This is...
Oh, jeez.
A guy who builds a nice chair doesn't owe money to everyone who ever has built a chair, okay? They came to me with an idea.
That's a good point.
Do you think I deserve your full attention?
I had to swear an oath before we began this deposition, and I don't want to perjure myself, so I have a legal obligation to say no. I think if your clients want to sit on my shoulders and call themselves tall, they have a right to give it a try, but there's no requirement that I enjoy sitting here listening to people lie. The rest of my attention is back at the offices of Facebook, where my colleagues and I are doing things that no one in this room, including and especially your clients, are intellectually or creatively capable of doing. Did I adequately answer your condescending question?
Wow. How much of this actually happened?
I have 12:45. Why don't we say that's lunch?
Back at 2:30.
They leave at 12:45, they come back at 2:30 for lunch?
Christy and Alice. And they want to have drinks.
Oh my. This doesn't look like they're having drinks. Wow, these are eager girls.
I'll be right back.
Where are we going?
Oh, Erica.
Hi.
Could I talk to you alone for a second?
I think I'm good right here.
He wanted to apologize.
The Facebook?
You called me a bitch on the internet, Mark.
That's why I wanted to talk to you. If we could
On
just...
the internet, as if every thought that tumbles through your head was so clever it would be a crime for it not to be shared.
No.
You write your snide bullshit from a dark room because that's what the angry do nowadays.
Whoa. You should delete that blog.
We are expanding to Yale and Columbia. Dustin, I want you to share the coding work with me. Chris, you're going to be in charge of publicity and outreach, and you could start by getting a story in the BU student newspaper.
Got it.
Well, looks like that cease and desist letter really scared the shit out of him, huh?
I want to hire a lawyer to file for injunctive relief and get the site taken down now.
Look.
Every minute the site is up, Harvard Connection becomes less valuable.
What? That I agree. Harvard Connection is not Facebook.
Harvard Student Handbook. Every freshman is issued one of these, and somewhere in this book it says you can't steal from another student. This is what we needed.
This isn't stealing. This is an idea, a concept.
Your major's French.
And yours?
Mine? I don't have one.
You haven't declared?
I don't go to school.
That is Justin Timberlake. Acting.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Well, then what was your latest preneur?
Well, I founded an internet company that let folks download and share music for free.
Kind of like Napster?
Exactly, like Napster. I founded Napster.
He founded Napster?
Sure.
Nice to meet you.
You're Sean Parker?
You didn't know his name?
Yeah, after you passed out last night, I went on the Facebook for a little bit.
What's that?
The Facebook? Stanford's had it for like 2 weeks now. It's
Oh.
really awesome, except it's freakishly addictive.
Mind if I send myself an email?
Yeah, is everything okay?
Everything's great. I just need to find you, Mark Zuckerberg.
He's interested. Napster, while a great idea, was massive infringement on copyrighted works.
Well, as CFO, I had set up some meetings with potential advertisers.
Aha!
How did you feel the meetings went?
They went terribly.
Why?
Mark was asleep.
I was not asleep.
Can I rephrase my answer? I wish he'd been asleep.
I wish he was asleep. He was not helpful.
I was nervous.
Why?
Well, I didn't know him at all. Kind of, a wild card.
Why?
He crashed out of 2 pretty big internet companies in spectacular fashion. He's had a reputation with drugs.
He also founded the...
With drugs?
I'm Sean Parker.
How do you do?
You must be Eduardo and Christy and Mark. Great to meet you.
Is he sharp?
What do you like to drink?
An appletini.
Great. 4 of those.
From that point on, it was a Shaunathon.
Everybody's drinking!
A psychiatrist would say that he was paranoid.
Because they don't want you. They want your idea. And they want you to say thank you while you, excuse me, wipe your chin and walk away.
That's what happened to you?
And delusional.
Yes, but there'll be payback in case. I brought down the record companies with Napster and Case will suffer for their sins too.
Sorry, you didn't bring down the record companies.
Yeah, no, you lost.
You know what? Settle an argument for us. I say it's time to start making money from the Facebook, but Mark doesn't want to.
Oh, that's a good one. There you go.
You don't want to ruin it with ads because ads aren't cool.
Exactly.
You don't even know what the thing is yet.
Exactly.
How big it can get, how far it can go. This.
Okay, I get his point.
You ever walk into a guy's den and see a picture of him standing next to 14 trout?
No, he's holding a 3,000-pound marlin.
Yep.
That's a good analogy.
Okay, but we all know that marlins don't really weigh 3,000 pounds, right? I don't think the guy's holding a marlin the size of a Range Rover. That would be a really big fish and a very strong guy. He picked up the check, he told Mark they'd talk again soon, and he was gone. But not before he made his biggest contribution to the company.
Which was?
Drop the. Just Facebook.
Okay, Facebook. Go buy the domain.
What do you think?
Yeah, sure, let's drop the. I meant catching the marlin instead of the 14 trout.
He listened to that whole conversation. It's embedded in his brain.
Mr. Saverin, have you ever done anything that might be considered legitimate grounds for termination?
Like what?
No.
You were accused of animal cruelty.
Really?
I'd gotten into the Phoenix. I'd been accepted, and as part of my initiation, I had to, for 1 week, carry with me at all times and take care of a chicken.
What'd he do to the chicken?
I took little pieces of chicken and I gave it to the chicken. Someone
Okay.
must have seen me because the next thing I knew, I was being accused of forced cannibalism.
Forced cannibalism? Chickens eat dead chickens. BTW. They'll eat whatever the hell's in front of them.
What's going on? They have 10 minutes to get root access to a Python web server, expose its SSL encryption. Yeah, it's all behind a Pix firewall emulator. But
What's with the shots?
I also have a program running that has a pop-up window appear simultaneously on all 5 computers. The last candidate to hit the window has to drink a shot. Plus, every 3 minutes, they all have to drink a shot.
That's a lot of shots.
Job will they need to be able to do drunk. You're right. A more relevant test might be seeing if they can keep a chicken alive for a week.
Yeah.
Welcome to Facebook.
Whoa!
$18,000?
Yes.
In addition to the $1,000 you'd already put up.
Yes.
A total of $19,000 now.
Yes.
Hang on.
Yes.
I'm just checking your math on that. I got the same thing.
May I continue?
1 plus 18.
How much could possibly go wrong in 3 months?
Oh, this is a bad idea. That's not really built for lateral weight. Oh my God, that just happened.
You came to California.
Yeah.
You made the right choice.
Here you go. Sure?
Don't, jeez.
No
I
problem.
didn't know you were gonna.
Here you go.
I don't know, wait.
Don't. He did it again.
Team are great. It's exactly what it.
Oh, there's glass everywhere.
Do you live and breathe Facebook?
Yes.
I know you do. Eduardo wants to be a businessman, and for all I know, he's gonna be a good one, but he shouldn't be in New York kissing Madison Avenue's ass.
He's still CFO. He owns 30% of the company.
Just a reminder that I'm offering a 7-day free trial to new Patreons. That is where you can find all my full reactions and this exclusive content.
I just had a phone chat with my daughter. She told me that she and her friends were already talking about the race, which they'd just seen via their computers. A new website called Facebook. Do you have this in America?
Whoa, they're on another continent.
Let's take the considerable resources at our disposal and sue him in federal court. I need a real drink.
He won't do it.
Screw it. Let's gut the frickin' nerd.
Okay.
What happened here?
Not happened. Happening. Next big thing.
What'd you do? Hey, man.
Back to work.
More bad I get at this, the more wasted I get. I mean, the more wasted it.
We
I
understand.
get.
Yeah.
How old were they, Sean?
It's not polite to ask.
Yeah.
Forget the wall. Tell me about the meeting I've got set up. You know Peter Thiel?
Peter Thiel's is a big deal.
Why is he setting up meetings?
Teal might want to make an angel investment.
I don't care if he's an actual angel. Why is he setting up business meetings? I'm the business end of this company.
He's the CFO.
I heard about your big ticket ad buys. Gary's tuxedos,
Hey, man.
Harvard bartending course. You're just a small step away from bagging Snooki's cookies.
He's an ass.
You want to talk to me alone for a minute?
Sure.
Yeah, he needs to be with his business partner.
So how is Christy? Christy's crazy.
Oh, she's crazy?
No, she's actually psychotic. She's insanely jealous. She's irrational, and I'm frightened of her.
Still, it's nice you have a girlfriend.
Still, it's nice you have a girlfriend.
We need more programmers and we need more money, and he set up the Teal meeting. He set up meetings all over town.
Set up other meetings?
Yes.
Without me knowing anything about
You're in New York.
I'm in New York riding subways 14
Right.
hours a day trying to find
And
advertising.
how's it going so far?
Freeze this bank account and cancel all existing checks and lines of credit.
Oh, he's closing bank accounts.
We're gonna start you off with a $500,000 investment.
Okay.
Now, let me ask you something. Who's Eduardo Saverin?
He's the CFO.
Why does your relationship status say single on your Facebook page?
I was single when I set up the page.
And you just never bothered to change it?
I don't know how.
Do I look stupid to you? Go to hell.
Take it easy.
No, you didn't change it so you could screw those Silicon Valley sluts.
Whoa!
Do you realize that you jeopardized the entire company? Do you realize that your actions could have permanently destroyed everything I've been working on?
We have been working on.
Without money, the site can't function.
Oh.
Okay, let me tell you the difference between Facebook and everybody else. We don't crash ever.
That doesn't happen. They've crashed. What is going on in the background?
Holy shit.
She started a fire.
Maybe you were angry.
I was angry, and maybe it was childish. But I had
Yes.
to get your attention.
Wardo, I said I got some good news.
What is it?
Peter Thiel just made an angel investment of $500,000.
What?
Yeah. 500,000.
They want to reincorporate the company. They want to meet you. They need your signature on some documents, so you got to get your ass on the first flight back to San Francisco.
Lawyers. Get yourself a lawyer.
Word up?
Ah!
You're going back there already?
Yeah.
And also, I'm breaking up with you.
You psycho.
So how many shares of stock will I own?
1,328,334.
You should know that Mark has already taken his percentage from 60 down to 51.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, Mark doesn't care about money, and he needs to be protected.
Dustin Moskowitz owns 6.81%, Sean Parker 6.47%.
Oh, Sean Parker.
Well, go ahead.
Counsel, and when you signed these documents, were you aware that you were signing your own death certificate?
No, it was insanely stupid of me not to have my own lawyers look over all the... I was your only friend.
What'd they do?
Peter wants to throw us an amazing party when we hit 1 million members. It's going to be out of control. You got to come back for it.
1 million members?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the algorithm on the window at Kirkland?
Yeah.
To be part of this company this early on, a lot of millionaires from that company.
Manningham. Which one of you's Mitchell Manningham? And he'll say, I am. And then you say, Sean Parker says, fuck you. Walk out.
Okay.
Funny. This is totally something Mark would do.
In late November, I got the email from Mark telling me to come out for the 1,000th member party. It said that we had to have a business meeting, that Mark and Sean had played some kind of revenge stunt on Case Equity, and that Manningham was so impressed that he was now making an investment offer that was hard to turn down.
Oh, more money invested.
So I kind of dressed for both, but it didn't matter,
Why not?
because I wasn't called out there for either one.
What were you called out there for?
An ambush.
Oh.
First I thought he was joking, giving me more contracts to sign. But then I started reading.
At least he read them.
Well, as you know, we had some new investors that have come
What
in.
is this?
Yeah, I want to know what happened.
Yes.
How about now? You still wired in? Security. You issued 24 million new shares of stock.
You were
Wow.
told that if new investors
How
came
much
along...
were your shares diluted? How much were his?
What was Mr. Zuckerberg's ownership share diluted down to?
It wasn't.
What was Mr. Moskowitz's ownership share diluted down to?
It wasn't.
Whoa. It came out of his end.
And what was your ownership share diluted down to?
0.03%.
Wow. They screwed him over so bad.
What you hated the most is that they identified me as a co-founder of Facebook, which I am. You better lawyer up, asshole, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
Even 30% of Facebook is, you know, stupid money.
Here's your $19,000. I wouldn't cash it though. I drew it on the account you froze.
I like standing next to you, Sean. It makes me look so tough.
Whoa. How much of this happened? But still, him taking all the equity out of his friend's portion, it's ridiculous.
These came in for you.
Put them on my desk.
What's the package?
Nothing.
Looks like business cards.
Sir, refresh.
Yay! Million members. What were they doing? Uh-oh, police.
Hours watching what people do when they log on.
That is some bad things they're doing on her belly.
What's going on?
Was the music too loud? We were having a celebration.
Joe.
Okay, we're gonna need identification. Keep your hand.
Whoa.
Listen, something's happened.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's gonna be all right. Posted bond and
interns.
It was just.
Yeah. You screwed up.
You don't think Eduardo was involved, do you? Do you think? No.
Wow, that was really fast huff.
One of them, somebody sent the coke in there because it got in there. You believe me? This is gonna be fine.
Yo, somebody did it, not me.
I'm not a bad guy.
I know that. When there's emotional testimony, I assume 85% of it is exaggeration.
And the other 15?
Really? Perjury?
What happens now?
I'll come back up to the office and start working on a settlement agreement to present to you.
Yeah.
They're gonna settle.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna have to pay a little extra.
Why?
So that these guys sign a non-disclosure agreement. They say one unflattering word about you in public, you own their wife and kids.
I invented Facebook.
I'm talking about a jury. I specialize in voir dire, jury selection.
Oh.
Why weren't you at Sean's sorority party that night?
You think I'm the one that called the police?
Doesn't matter. I asked a question, now everybody's thinking about it. You've lost your jury in the first 10 minutes.
Farm animals.
Farm animals!
I was drunk and angry and stupid.
And blogging.
And you should have deleted the blogs.
You're not an asshole, Mark. You're just trying so hard to be.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I'm not sure. And he's still CEO. Oh, Eric Albright. Look how clean Facebook used to be. Now it's just ads and crap. They received $65 million. Received an unknown settlement. His name has been restored to the Facebook master. Yeah, he got 30%. 500 million members in 207 countries, valued at $25 billion. It's about 10 times that now. He's the youngest billionaire in the world. Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about it. That was The Social Network, and it was the Patreon poll pick for films released between 2010 and 2020. This was very interesting. I don't know how much of this was truth versus drama, right? Like, I'm sure there's bits and pieces that are true, but obviously everybody signed non-disclosure agreements and they're just making up facts about the specific cases because it's all under the table. You can't go and read all the documents associated with and things like that. It's all closed off. It's, you know. But I don't know about the Winklevosses. And but the way he treated his friend, taking his who's CFO, taking 30% of his shares, it's ridiculous. And he's absolutely right to sue the living crap out of him and get his money back. 1,000,000%, bazillion %. And it's so wrong the way they did it. It was very good, though. I rather enjoyed it, actually. Let me know what your thoughts on The Social Network are, and how much of this you think is real or fake or dramatized or otherwise. You know, does the Crimson article about the chicken really exist? That might be fun to find out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and never forget that you are awesome. Thanks. Bye.